No, the P320s that I use for competition has been retired. Now it's time to find the next platform to shoot things. So this is kind of a small thing of what I'm going into on a couple of guns I have that I'm going to try out again for matches and see how they do. First pistol I'm going to try is the Glock platform, the Glock 19 and then the Glock 47, which are both ones that I use in GSSF for the last 2 years. So it's all stock Glock, Glock parts. So it's got the Glock performance trigger. The only thing I can change out is the sights. So I ran that in the last IDPA match, and it performed pretty well. You know, no issues, no jam ups, no nothing. And I, with my shooting style changing since the last time I shot it, a Glock in IDPA, which was 2017, everything went fine. I tried to do it at the pace I would have done with a P320, and with the snappiness of the recoil spring, which normally I would change that out, but for GSSF I can't. It was a little snappy, so some shot, it didn't come back as the timing. The timing was off, and I didn't do the patience I needed to do with this pistol to get it back on zero. So I had a couple of points down because the shot just went a little bit too low on the snapback when I popped it. So it's possible. They run pretty good. I still got to try it out the 47 and see how that does. But the Glock platform, something I've had, something I used before when I first started competition up until I got the P320 8 years later. So it has promise. The Glock 47 in carry optics form felt really good. It almost felt as good as my Sig carry optics gun, so I'm going to have to run some more tests on that and get one with iron sights. So that's a huge possibility in this one.
So let me read this for you. Huge news. We have received news that as of November 30th, all Glocks are discontinued, except the 43, the 43X, and the 48X. What? You read it again. All Glocks discontinued, except for those 43, 43X, 48X, the slimline ones. All Glocks will be replaced with the new Glock V models.
Well, fuck. Well, I won 2 Glock pistols from the GSSF match and ordered a 47, and that was about a month ago and a week ago, so we'll see how they honor that, and if it's the original 47 or the new D model, but yeah, fuck. Next one I'm going to try is the Beretta M9/92 platform. This one I meant to use in competition years ago. I changed out the guide rod in the spring for softer recoil, and a week or two ago I changed out the internal components for the hammer and the trigger to reduce the poundage from 8 double action, 5 single action, and now it's 5 double action, 2 single action. So it has promise, and I already have 9 magazines for it and a holster, and it was something I meant before, but I switched to the 320 and never tried it again I never tried it in competition. So I'm kind of excited to be able to try it again in competition and see how it does. I mean, it's good. I like the platform. It's good, and Beretta's come out with a lot other options for carry optics and even open. So it's possible. I just got to run it in a match. I could drill as much as I want with these, but I need to run it in a match. When you only can run the stage once to see and how it actually does, especially with the timing of the gun and how it performs, and me being able to sync up with it like I was with the 320. If it is a minor curve, no curve, or it's much better. So I gotta test it out, and I'm excited to do that in the next USPSA IDPA match. The next one I'll try, it will be for an IDPA match, would be the Canik TP9FS, one I bought in 2016 when they were like $300. and I have about 3 mags with it. And even back then, it came with a holster for mag pouches and the pistol, but the holster is a Serpa, which I'm fine with Serpas. I can work with them. I used to work with them before. It's just that it slows down the draw time, so I'd rather have something that's what I'm used to using in competition that is now non-Serpa holster. But I only have 3 mags for this, so that's why I'm saying it's IDPA. The trigger on it, just out of the box, is, with the Lyman tool, it's measuring about 2 pounds, so it's pretty impressive on that. I've shot it for play before, and it was nice. That's why I kept it. And I got to test out from a holster and at speed just to see how that recoil is. It does seem a little stiff, and I might have to change that up, but I hear a lot of great things about Canics, and a lot of people love them. And this one, just for the price point that it was 9 years ago, it was very impressive. So I'm also looking forward to running this and seeing how it performs, and if it's going to be the next possible platform as well. So that's my little adventure of trying to find the next platform to replace the P320. I'm kind of saddened by having to do it, but I'm also kind of excited because I get to try something that I haven't done in 8 years, or try something new or something I meant to, or just try one of the newer options that's out there available. And if any of you have suggestions on pistols to try, I'm open to suggestions. I'm mostly looking for something that I don't have to do any configure or any modifications to, or very little. The one thing I liked about the Legion series is that I didn't have to really do anything to them. Stuff like with Glocks, you always got to replace the sights and the trigger. That's one of the first things. Canik, haven't dove into it yet. Of course, anything double action, you always want to get that a little lighter. Sights are probable, but as long as I can do it, use it for, production, something I can use for production, open, carry optics, and limited optics, and I'm open to it. Just have something for all of them that will work for USPSA and IDPA. Did think about the CC Shadow, but that one is a little bit heavy. I've heard some decent things about the Nocturne. That's more IDPA legal, and so that's a possibility, but we'll see. Next year I'll probably be mostly shooting limited while experimenting with the other pistols, but the major one would be limited, and with a different pistol, and while I experiment with these other ones for different platforms. So it's going to be an interesting year, maybe less, who knows, but well, we'll see how it goes. And like I said, if you have any suggestions on any other kind of platforms, let me know. I'm open to try new things.